हरि ओम सुप्रभातम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः नमः सभायै सभापतिभ्यश्च. So we will see the padacheda word split. Siddhim praptah yatha brahma tatha apnoti nibodha me samasena eva kaunteya nishtha jnanasya ya para. So in the previous shloka, Bhagavan Shri Krishna was explaining about the Nishkarmya Siddhi. To attain the, when we are devoting our all the actions to the Ishvara, to the Paramatma, and there is nothing to do further. Everything is done as a Jivatma, as an individual, everything is done. And there is nothing left to do. The Kritakritya Bhava, that is the Nishkarmya Siddhi. When this Nishkarmya Siddhi is attained, when the Nishkarmya Siddhim Praptaha, the Jivatma or the one individual who has attained the Nishkarmya Siddhi, then he gets the Atma Jnanam and the Viveka Khyati. What is Nityam? What is Anityam? What is Atma? Who I am? Aham Kaha? So all the knowledge he gains about the Atma. And then he attains the Paramatma, the Brahma Praptihi. And then now Shri Krishna tells that, hey Arjuna, I am going to describe the process in a very brief, Samasena. I am going to tell you the process of Brahma Prapti, of the Paramatma Prapti in a very brief manner, in a very brief. So he says, when the Nishkarmya Siddhi is attained, the individual, the Jivatma, is on the path of knowing the Atma, knowing the Atma Jnanam. So then he knows who is Atma, Atma Kaha, Paramatma Kaha, who is the Brahman, who is the Paramatma, what is the relation between the Paramatma and Atma. When all this happens, the Aham Bhava and the duality, the Dvaita Bhava vanishes. The individual knows who Aham Atma, I am not the Sharira or I am not the Indriya, but I am the Atma. And there is no difference between the Atma and Paramatma. So when the individual, when the Jivatma knows this, then the Jnana Nishtha happens. Jnana Nishtha is the higher level of the Jnana. When the Jivatma, when the individual is very firm, very steadfast in the attaining this knowledge of Atma, attaining the knowledge of what is Atma, what is the difference between the Atma and Paramatma, what is Nityam and Anityam, what is the truth and what is the Satya and Asatya. So the Jivatma gradually attains the limit of the highest knowledge, where there is nothing left to know anything after this. That is the Jnana Nishtha, the Para Jnana Nishtha. So the Jivatma gets the Viveka Khyati. He knows, the Jivatma would able to differentiate between the Nitya Padartha and Anitya Padartha, and the oneness with the Atma and the Paramatma. So how does this Jivatma attains this knowledge? Bhagavan Shri Krishna says that he attains through the Guru. The Guru, one who has attained the same knowledge, who has attained the Mukta, who is Moksha, or who has attained the Paramatma, he guides his Shishya through this knowledge. And also the Shishya or the individual or the Jivatma gets it know through the Upanishad Vakya or through the Vakya of Bhagavan, what he has said in the previous Adhyayas, in the previous Shlokas. So through this, the Jivatma comes to know about Aham Kaha. And then his all the ignorance, what we call the Ajnanam, vanishes. When the Ajnanam is vanished, the Jivatma is now ready to, Jivatma is in the path of attaining the Paramatma. Getting marriage means being one, where he gets the knowledge that I am nothing but I am not other than the Paramatma. So when this happens, that is the ultimate knowledge what he wants to know. So how these things happen, what is the process for this? Through the sadhana. He says that do the samadhi or do the dharana on the nature of the Atma. What we can know from the Upanishad Vakya or from the what the Bhagavan Sri Krishna has told in the previous shlokas, or through the Guru, what you know about the nature of the Atma, do samadhi, do dharana on that. Then the Purusha, and then do the Abhyasa, then the Vairagya occurs. So in Yoga Sutra we say Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Tan Nirodha. The Chittavritti Nirodha happens, and the Purusha, the true nature of the Purusha comes out when the Chittavritti Nirodha happens. And how can we get the Chittavritti Nirodha? Through Vairagya, Abhyasa and Vairagya. So to detach ourselves from all the worldly matters, we have to only do the dharana samadhi on the Atma, on the Jivatma, on the Paramatma. Then the Viveka Khyati happens, what is true and what is the Atma, what is the Paramatma, who am I. All the Viveka Khyati happens, what is the Prakriti and what is Satya and Asatya, what is Nitya and Anitya, all these Viveka Khyati happens. And then through the Bhakti towards the Paramatma, the Jivatma gets the Jivatma becomes one with the Paramatma. The Dvaita Bhava vanishes. I am the Paramatma and you are the, I am the Jivatma, you are the Paramatma. The Dvaita Bhava vanishes and the Jivatma becomes one with the Paramatma. So the Bhagavan Sri Krishna says that I am going to tell this in the next shlokas about the process how through the after the Naishkarmya Siddhi, one who had attained the Naishkarmya Siddhi, I am going to explain you, hey Arjuna, I am going to explain you how one can go into the path of attaining Brahma in very brief manner. Dhanyavadaha.
Esteemed friends, today we have two distinguished guests. You know, our university and the Vice Chancellor of this university are very well known all over the world. Whenever anybody or any institution faces a problem, either socially or academically or medically, they look to Yoga Anusandhan Samsthan for a solution. Here we have one Professor Dr. Vijay Eldandi. He is a senior medical officer, surgeon, professor of medicine in Illinois, Chicago, America. He has come to India to see our university, to talk to our chancellor, to find out the ways to incorporate yoga in the medical science. How best the academics of medicine can be integrated with the yogic education. He has come all the way. He is now in India. He is helping the government of India to establish very good wellness centers. He is a researcher. He is a surgeon. He is a physician. Above all, he is a lover of yoga. I request our Vijay Eldandi to come here. One thing you have to observe, despite his physical problems, he is a little handicapped. He has risen to the top. He is the best surgeon. He is the great medical officer and professor of medicine. He is our Indian in Illinois. we have another doctor, principal of Government Medical College, Narayanpur, Telangana state. Very many people think that we will follow the syllabus given by a university. No. The principals have the freedom. He is a man, he is the principal of a medical college. He is using yoga. He is teaching yoga. How best yoga can be brought into the academic stream of medical science. He is doing all the way from his place. He came to meet our professor, Dr. Nagendra ji, the chancellor, the yoga guru of this country, of the world, to imbibe the spirit of yogic nature. Here are the two doctors, two scientists, two researchers. We must be proud that the great stalwarts of medical science all over the world are looking at this university for the way out. The country, the world is infested with various ailments, physical, psychological. The only solution, Sarvaroga Nivarani, for all the problems is yoga, and that yoga is given an academic status. That yoga is given a scientific base by our chancellor, by this university. Everybody connected with this university should be proud and glad that we are the beacon light to the entire world, and we are able to provide the proper medical path for the solution of all the problems.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.